Ever wondered about the detailed differences between animism and Hinduism? Despite being very different, these two religions connect humanity through a shared thread of spirituality. Animism, considered by many as the oldest form of religion, has its roots in the earliest human cultures. It's a belief system that says animals, plants, and other things in nature have souls or spirits. On the other hand, Hinduism, one of the world's oldest religions, originated in the Indus Valley over 4,000 years ago. It includes many beliefs, rituals, and gods, making it a varied and complex faith. While animism is practiced by millions of indigenous people worldwide, Hinduism boasts a following of over 1 billion. Understanding the differences and similarities between these religions can provide profound insights into the human experience and our shared spiritual heritage. So, let's dive in as we unpack these two religions and explore their unique attributes. Animism, a term coined by anthropologist Sir Edward Tyler, is one of the oldest belief systems in the world. Rooted in the idea that all natural objects and the universe itself possess a soul or spirit, it's a spiritual worldview that sees the world as alive and interconnected. A river, a mountain, a tree, or even a rock, each has a spirit and deserves respect. Unlike many organized religions, animism doesn't have a specific set of gods or deities. Instead, it's a spectrum of beliefs centered around spirits. These spirits are not necessarily good or evil but exist in a balance, much like the natural world itself. They can be ancestors, spirits of animals, plants, or natural phenomena. Animism is not so much about worshiping a divine being, but more about recognizing and respecting the spiritual presence in the world. In simple terms, animism is a belief in the spiritual essence of nature. On the other hand, Hinduism, one of the world's oldest religions, offers a different perspective. This interesting faith is based on a few core beliefs, which are central to Hindu philosophy. First is dharma, a moral and ethical duty that varies from person to person, guiding their actions throughout life. Next is the concept of karma, the law of cause and effect. In Hinduism, every action has consequences, either in this life or the next. Then we have moksha, the ultimate goal of liberation from the cycle of birth and death, a release into ultimate bliss. Lastly, Hinduism acknowledges a supreme being, Brahman, which is formless and infinite. Yet to help followers understand this abstract idea, Hinduism introduces a group of gods and goddesses, each symbolizing various aspects of Brahman. Hinduism is a complex and rich religion with a multitude of beliefs and practices. Now, how do these two religions differ from each other? Let's delve into that. Hinduism is a complex and rich faith, with a pantheon of gods and goddesses. Animism, on the other hand, isn't about worshipping many gods, but rather it holds the belief that all objects, places, and creatures possess a distinct spiritual essence. When it comes to the afterlife, Hinduism introduces the concept of reincarnation, where souls are reborn in a cycle of birth and death until they reach liberation or moksha. Meanwhile, animism doesn't have a clearly defined concept of the afterlife, focusing more on the spiritual connection with the living world. Talking about the natural world, both religions honor it, but in distinct ways. Animism sees the spirit in everything around us, while Hinduism sees the divine in the universe, but not necessarily in each individual entity. For people's purpose, Hinduism says do what's right, dharma, and animism says live in harmony with nature. While both religions have a deep respect for the natural world, their views on deities and the afterlife set them apart. Interesting, isn't it? But where does Christianity fit in all this? Christianity, unlike animism and Hinduism, is monotheistic, meaning it believes in a single, all-powerful God. While animism sees spirits in all elements of nature and Hinduism embraces a pantheon of deities, Christianity maintains the belief in one God who is the creator and sustainer of all life. Now let's recap what we've discussed today. We explored animism, a belief system that sees the world as full of spirits, and Hinduism, a religion with an array of gods and goddesses, each representing different aspects of life in the universe. We highlighted their unique features, as well as the stark contrast between them, specifically their approach to divinity and the nature of reality. Keep in mind that learning about various religious beliefs helps us be more accepting and respectful of different cultures. Until next time, keep exploring and learning.